Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tasya Sintiya. In here, I will presentation about current teaching methodology in writing. Okay. Richard and Willie Rinandia in their books reveal about the enthusiasm cited by teachers in teaching and writing in English because of their many conflicting theories so that teachers are confused about what their next steps are. In that book, Richard and Willie have also made steps in teaching writing. Step 1. Students in ESL class find it difficult to write or speak using English. This is the first step to be described in depth. According to research conducted by the authors they feel worried, embarrassed, hampered by obstacles prohibition and fears. This happened not because of the difficulty of writing itself, but because of the difficulty of doing it in a new language when they them from this student explanation and despair and addressing comfort confidence and fluency as goals will lead to a very different course from one that sees its goal as the production of an academic essay with a 3-point introduction and conclusion and effective use of pronouns. And what if a imposed curriculum of textbook emphas- emphasize only theoretical form and grammatical accuracy? What should we do? So here goes when the agency limits the scope of work. We do a pilot project like we can avoid seeing the goal as a means if students have to learn to write and isn't within 20 minutes on a defined topic that it's determined, it doesn't mean that the whole course should consist of just 20 minutes of writing. Rather, the goal is of to determine the goal, not how get there. Step 2. Determining theoretical principles. Several articles explain the role of ideology and in teaching writing to avoid ideology. Some teachers say that in her class they do not use ideology, but Sarah Benesh point out that all forms of ESL teaching are ideological regardless of whether they are consciously or unconsciously. Thus, teacher must first confront their ideological position and recognize their perception of the relationship between the genius of writing they teach and the role they prepare students for in academia, and the broader world of work about ideology and which determine what is talked about their power in that material. Step 3. Content planning. Course content writing takes a back seat to be practiced in a defined paragraph or essay model. It doesn't matter what you write as long as it first the accept theoretical model. Why wrong? It's therefore missed the use of writing as a unique tool for language learning. This planning contents return to the original view of writing as one and the less important of the four language skills to be used to test that other skills have been mastered. It ignores the real value of writing, that is a valuable tool for learning not only about any subject matter of choice, but also about language writing. It's for learning discovery, not just demonstration of learning. Step 4. Balancing elements. With the emergence of controlled and quiet composition, move boldly to have students write paragraphs, but the students were still working on the content that was provided to them on page. There came the idea that writing was a generative idea, that is was a messy and chaotic process. Contractive rhetoricians often present written English graphically as a straight line, but it is a description of the product, not the process. Unfortunately, there is no formula for getting a beautiful final product, but one step at a time. Giving written instruction is not like giving instruction to assemble a toy or order computer in the mail. This is not just a question of getting the right tools and following direction. If they were, more people would be good writers, and more teachers and textbook writing would be very wealthy. We have to accept the messy nature of writing, but teachers do not like chores. Thus, they seek to enforce the rules by confusing on grammar, theoretical fashion, and models of academia discourse to provide themselves with a neat next system for teaching. Okay, I think it's enough. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.